All right, now I'll do it.
You survived your workday, your rush hour commute, and you are ready to just kick back and unwind. Put your favorite slippers on, make your favorite drink, and join me, Kyng Kevyn, for the Cocktail Hour with Kyng Kevyn.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Kyng Kevyn. Thank you again so much for joining me for another hour, another cocktail hour with Kyng Kevyn. That's my fault because I got my YouTube up. I'm like, wait, nah, I shouldn't be hearing myself. That's feedback. That's some major feedback right there.
It's okay. We want you live though.
Yes, we are live. Yeah, we know we can hear it. We can be heard. No technical difficulties.
That's fine.
I am so excited and I'm happy because we planned to do this last month.
Yes.
And
April.
It was April. Jesus, a whole month went by. I had gotten sick. Let me tell you, Jakeya was ready. But let me do the official introduction and then we'll get into our conversation. So as an entertainer, songwriter, and vocal coach, Jakeya has over 25 years of successful music experience. Jakeya has blown audiences away time after time with her pristine voice and dynamic stage presence. As a Philadelphia native, Jakeya was always surrounded by music. Today, as an alternative soul indie artist, Jakeya is pushing boundaries and enjoying the freedom in music and performance. She has the ability to connect with any audience as she presents love and a musical freedom that is limitless. Jakeya has graced audiences from around the world, including the United States, Italy, Spain, Germany, Switzerland, and Europe, just to name a few. You can find Jakeya performing at various venues in Philadelphia on a monthly basis. All the time, online too, by the way. She's everywhere. Jakeya's music is a celebration of life, and she wants to encourage others to be just the way they are, perfect, whole, and complete. She quotes, "I hope to empower individuals to know and understand that they are limitless, to do, to be, and to achieve anything they want in life."
That's right.
I love that. Welcome, everybody. Jakeya Limitless.
I'm happy.
All right, so now that we got that out the way, and that's no small feat, but we have to talk because I've known Jakeya, I think, since I was maybe 19, 20.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only 22 now.
Yes,
but,
you are, exactly.
So, I
2
mean,
years.
So,
Right.
but you
Feels like 20.
I know, right? It just feels like 20.
Yeah,
Jesus,
yes,
it's almost
it is.
20 years. I mean, reading your bio, for 25 years, you've been doing this. Like,
Yeah.
no, you've been doing music your entire life.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
So
it.
true.
Where did it start for you?
Listen, right in the heart of my church, my family church.
Mm-hmm.
Pleasant Grove Baptist Church, 31st and Birds. Come on, Philly.
Yes.
My granddad was a pastor, I.S. Sanders, yes.
Did not know that.
He is chilling in heaven. But yeah, he was a pastor, and it was filled with my cousins, my aunts, my uncles. His immediate family was there, all his children. So my father and his brother, his siblings, they were the musicians.
Nice.
And we grew up, from 3 years old on up. If you could talk, you could sing.
I love that.
So I was on the Sunbeam Choir, that's the little kid choir, and then the young adult choir, the youth choir, and then the young adult. Then when things transitioned, my granddad got sick. A lot of roles were taken on by the younger adults. My dad stepped up as the pastor once my granddad passed. And, as being the PK, I know it's a little bad rep for PKs because they try to say, we're a little
how about we reclaim
unorthodox.
How about we reclaim that title, right?
We reclaim it.
Like, we're going to reclaim it and empower it. Because, you come from something and it's giving you a foundation and you don't stray from that. You learn to express who you are.
Yeah.
But that's still your foundation.
Yeah.
So being a PK is not what it used to be.
Exactly. And I think the negative connotation of it is just we always go against tradition.
Right.
We've been ingrained with this constitutional way of thinking and being, and
exactly.
We've been conformed to obligation for most of our lives. It's kind of like, I don't want to do that no more. Exactly. I want to live for myself and be who I am. So that's where that comes from.
So growing up, I've known you as Jakeya Sanders, but then I saw the Limitless, and I think that is the most fitting thing because you've really taken the limits off and all the expectations of what the PK should be, and you've taken your music and your I'm gonna call it ministry for now, and you've taken it to where it needed to be.
Yeah.
And your ministry may not necessarily be come to the altar and repent, but live freely. Like as you say, do, be, and achieve like that is the message to me.
Yeah, it is.
Before we get too deep into it, let's take a drink.
I was just thinking that.
I'd like to toast to Jakeya. We have a little Pinot Noir.
Yes,
one of your favorites.
Heart,
One of your favorites. So toast to you.
Toast to you, Kevin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So let's just touch on it real quick. When I think you and I started to see each other a little bit more, you were singing with Brian.
Yes. Brian Jackson.
Yes.
Chosen Generations, Outreach Ministries. It was a choir back in the day. Wow.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Wow.
Since 2002. I think that's when that choir was formed.
That's 20 years ago. It don't seem like it.
It's my 20th anniversary this year.
Oh, wow.
Graduating. Yeah, we're having our class reunion.
Wow. So you also went to Kappa?
Yep. CAPA. Let's go, Kappa. Yeah.
Like a group of you guys that were part of the choir was from Kappa, right?
Yeah. Most of us that were in choir together, we started the choir. Brian had the vision. He's a great pastor now. Come on, Pastor Brian.
Yes, he is.
All right. He had a great vision to start a choir, and me and him being best friends at the time, I just joined up with him, and whatever he asked, I was able to help and sing and help direct. And yeah, one of the best choirs in the city. I mean, like seriously, it was.
So Philly is known for music, and there are a lot of choirs or groups or vocalists in the city. There's just a circle of people that are just like dynamic, and Chosen Generation was one of those groups.
It really
that was just dynamic.
Yeah, really was.
That was a highlight of my youth, honestly. I have to admit, I didn't sing with the choir. I wasn't always at their shows, but when I was around, dynamic.
I mean, one of the tightest blends.
That's what it was.
With like multiple people, usually blending is like background, 3 people or 4 people.
Right.
But to have 9 to 15 people blending and just singing in harmony and really, really serving God together. That's one thing that was real with that ministry. We really had a heart for God and to serve God's people, to bring forth his power every time we sang. So it's an honor singing with that choir.
And one more thing about that choir before I move on to the next thing was, usually when you have choirs or groups, you have like those star singers, and then you have like all the backup people, like they can hold a note.
Singers,
they can hold a note.
Yep.
But like many of you guys could like blow.
That's one
your
thing.
Your asses off.
Brian didn't play. You won't know how to sing. You sing with choir.
Yes, like you guys were awesome.
Thank you.
Another experience I had of you on a stage from the stage was it the No Name play with John Graves?
Yes, it was. I was an angel.
Yes.
I actually was in heaven. That was so great. No, but John Graves Productions, another foundational entity that has shaped who I am and shaped my artistry. Yeah. Acting at a young age and just the level of skill that went into writing the script, directing, teaching the parts, the costumes.
So John does everything. He writes, directs, he acts.
Yep.
He does the costumes, the music, the choreography.
Yep.
And a lot like Brian, he's a perfectionist. Like it has to be like this. Those are people that you've worked with. What would you say is the main influence that gives you this excellence that you carry?
I mean, if I have to just say it plainly, God.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The love that I feel when I utilize the gifts that came from above to serve people, to heal people. Yes. That's the motivation. It's the freedom I get in doing it. It's like children when they use their imaginations. The first time they hold a crayon or a marker, they see this blank canvas and they're just like, oh wow, this color does that. This thing makes this color. It's vivid. And then they begin to go more and create more, and just the creation of what I feel like when I express my gift, and then also seeing how it touches people. How like people come to my concerts when they're having a tough day at work, and they're like, look, I just can't wait to get over this. My boss is getting on my nerves, but I know Jakeya is going to raise my vibrations tonight because she's going to sing my favorite songs. Yes. And then they come and they just let the music and captivate them. And there's such a freedom in music. Music is made to heal. Music is made to communicate with all walks of life, with people that don't speak the same languages. When you feel this beat, when you hear that, when the bass and the drums start, there's such vibrations that go throughout us. And then it hits our chakras. And then we just be like, what is this? I feel a change.
Well, you taking me in already.
And then next thing you know, you just feel everything around you being lighter, being like your cares are gone. You know, like Bob Marley said, don't worry. You know what I mean? Everything's gonna be all right.
Listen, she got me. I'm ready to dance right now because it's a whole moment.
It is a moment.
I think like that's an anointing right there. Because it's one thing to sing, it's one thing to be an entertainer, but to possess this amount of energy every time you get in front of people, that I think that's the job. Because singing comes natural for you.
Yeah, you're
an entertainer, but to carry this vibration, and you know what the assignment is, and like
no, that comes from this important factor that a lot of us really don't pay attention to, that is very vital with being free in expression when you are an artist and a spirit being. It's the fact of self-care. So self-care looks more than me just posting on Instagram saying I'm getting a pedicure and I'm getting my nails done.
Right.
Self-care is more than just me. Oh, I just went and had this fine dining. I had steak and mashed potatoes and asparagus. Or I went to a 5-star restaurant. I went to a 5-star hotel. It's about how you align yourself to free yourself of all the things that you have come in touch. We go through a lot of things during the week. And especially as entertainers, we always exchange energy.
Yes.
We're always exchanging energy. That's positive energy, that's negative energy, that's pessimistic, that's optimistic, that's strong, that's passion. We exchange all the time. So we don't realize how much our vessel holds and carries. So I literally have made conscious decisions to take meaningful Mondays. I don't work on Mondays. Take meaningful Mondays, go to the river. Go in nature, hear the sounds, feel the earth, feel the vibrations in the stones, in the ground. You know what I mean? Where our ancestors once was. Feel the waters go over my feet.
Yes.
Where I'm actually cleansing the things that I have latched on or have latched on to me. Because I'm a vessel, I'm going to attract darkness because of my light.
Yeah. Wow.
But the thing is, I don't want my light to be too blaring because I want everyone that's in darkness that is in light to be able to see me.
That's so funny that you say that. So I say truth is light. Light is truth.
Truth is light.
And could you imagine, and it's like people say, oh, I'm just being real, and like they tell somebody off and like the person's not receiving it. Yeah. It's like if you're in a dark room, somebody goes shining a bright ass light in your face, you don't want to see that. You know it's helpful, but not like that. Yeah. So the fact that you're even conscious of that, you're not dimming your light, but you're filtering how you share it with people.
I love to illuminate others.
Yeah.
It's not about blinding you or overshining you.
Exactly.
It's getting you to be illuminated. Yes. I want to see you in the spotlight so you can rise with me. You know, a lot of times we say in Philly is about the industry, the entertainment industry is about who you know. They don't know you, they don't mess with you.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't take the time to see the pure, authentic hunger in these artists that are coming up. Yes. If they're not familiar with you, they didn't grow up with you. Yeah,
we have our clicks.
But when you actually have your light, you're already here. Exactly. So you see this artist as hungry as you were, that's striving, that is pushing forth, that is showing forth zeal to be purposeful in their art. Why wouldn't you extend a hand? It's just like, come on.
Yes.
And my light shines bright because I don't forget empathy. I don't forget that vital part.
That is everything.
You know?
Because at that point, it's not just about me. Yeah, I'm a light, but it's not about me. It's like, how am I helping the next person? And like, am I feeling you? And it goes back to what you said. It's the energy. Like, I feel your energy. And I'm giving you my energy. And it's the exchange. Every time you come in contact with someone, whether you're on stage or if it's just this, there's an exchange of energy. So this is this is what the real ministry is.
Yeah.
The stage is wonderful. That's drawing people to you, but it's like when you get off stage and people say, yo, Jakeya, what you sang or the way you sang. Sometimes, and I'm be honest with you, when I see you on stage, I know you can sing. You always have this big, beautiful smile on your face, but it really is your energy that makes me feel warm and welcome. And like whatever I was going through that day, and trust me, there's been times I've been going through something and I came and I saw you singing. It was like, I'm so grateful I came.
Oh, wow.
I wasn't even going to walk. Literally, I think the last time I saw you at the jazz night, I was not going to come. I was feeling upset. Khalif said, let's go. And I went. And it wasn't even just, again, you on stage. You came and you spoke to me, gave me the biggest hug with the biggest smile afterwards. And it was like, I'm glad I came.
Thank you so much.
So you never know how what you're doing is going to impact the next person. Even people who think they got it together.
Yeah.
Which makes me want to dig a little deeper into the self-care thing.
Yeah.
Because we talked about this prior to you. You said a lot, but is there anything extra that you do personally for you with self-care? Because again, getting the nails done, going to the nice thing, experience, but like when you're by yourself, how do you take care of you throughout the week?
Meditating has definitely been an impactful method of self-care for me. Even if it's just me sitting in my room or sitting in the car, no music, taking deep breaths, reflecting. A lot of times we don't know that we can move a lot of energy out of our breath.
Yeah.
We're such a chaotic culture. It's such a fast moving and anxious kind of action that happens here in Philly. You know, you got to have 2-3 jobs. You got to hustle and bustle. You travel. You got to watch yourself. You got to make sure you're good, you know, and it's a lot of things that make us anxious. We don't think about taking breaths. Some of us go through the day-to-day activities and we don't even notice that we have a crick in our neck. We have pain in our wrists because we're not centering within ourselves. So meditation is centering, grounding, centering within yourself, and also affirmations. You know, affirmations have really, really been great. A lot of people that aren't aware, you know, that haven't really tapped into the spiritual realm right now, it is really manifestation time.
Yes.
So whatever you say out of your mouth, whether it's good or bad, can come to pass.
Yes.
So we really have to be careful with our words, and be impeccable with our words. But when I meditate, the affirmations come, and then forgiveness comes. A lot of times we don't forgive ourselves.
I was about to ask, why did you attach forgiveness to that affirmation and meditation? Why did you attach the forgiveness piece?
So affirmation, affirming what you want and affirming what is.
Yeah.
So I can't say I forgive you when I don't forgive myself. So I need to affirm within myself that if I love you as I love myself, then I can forgive you for disrespecting me, but why can't I forgive myself for disrespecting myself?
Right.
Letting ourselves down.
Yes.
Self-sabotaging. Those things we don't even be aware that we lock within our body. And then it attacks our joints, it attacks our organs, it attacks our thinking. We can't sleep, we can't rest, we are all over the place, we're scatterbrained. Because we have not taken the time to just say, Kevin, I love you and I forgive you. You talking to you. Jakeya, I love you and I forgive you. Thank you.
Because like you really making me go in right now.
Because that's what we have. We deserve
it's crazy. That is so crazy because as a public figure entertainer, I'm always doing this, reaching out and giving out and doing this. There's times I'm even doing this, but it's never enough of this.
I just told my boo, I said, you can't keep extending of yourself without giving it to you first.
Exactly.
You choose to do for others with the leftovers that you have.
Yes.
Because our territory will enlarge.
Yes.
Because we're here to help each other.
Yes.
So that's going to come. But I can't negate my meaningful Monday to go help somebody move out of their house because now I'm depleted.
Yes.
Monday is for me to really recharge so I can be there again for you.
Yes.
So it's like you have to think about I come first, and that's not selfish. And we've been taught that to be such a humble, meek. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I can't. I'm sorry. And it's just like, what are you sorry for? If you didn't cause offense, if you didn't cause harm, what are you sorry for? And we apologize for things you don't even know.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I didn't know. I'm sorry. You didn't know.
Right. You said you didn't know when you still apologize.
So you don't need.
Yeah.
Why are you walking around with this guilt? And those are attachments that we attach ourselves to. Still bondage. That's bondage.
So how did you break? Now this is my own little therapy session. Y'all here. Y'all just witnessing it.
Oh yes, it's okay.
Jesus.
It's okay. You felt it. You want to be free.
Yes.
Pain makes us free sometimes.
Yeah, that made me forget where I was about to.
No, it's okay. You had a question. How?
What was the last thing you just said? Yeah, my own therapy session was something you just said.
I said that's still bondage when we're still dumbing ourselves down to make ourselves small.
Have you ever experienced that? I don't want to use the term dumbing down, but that's what it is. Like, have you minimizing yourself? Have you experienced that within yourself? And if so, how did you let that go?
You can be here all year. I minimize myself in business relationships, intimate relationships, in social settings, especially when it comes to networking events. I know who I am. I am a vocalist. I'm an artist. I'm a songwriter. I'm a vocal coach. I'm a mentor. I'm a teacher. When I go into these rooms, it's just, hi, I'm Jakeya. Right. There's no, hi, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. Right. I offer these services. Would you like to engage? I've minimized myself so many ways where, growing up, I know where it stemmed from. As a child, I know y'all heard, children are seen and not heard.
Yes. Our entire lives.
So if I'm only seen, and that's only my physical, because you don't see me, because you don't want to hear me.
Oh my gosh, this is going to be a good one.
If my voice is not in the room, how can you know me?
Wow.
So me being seen but not heard, I was quiet as a child. I was very nonchalant because I was very cold, very numb. Teachers would write me up. Your daughter's a bright student, but she seems so nonchalant when she's being chastised.
Wow.
But that's because I wasn't going to let you take me out my element to get to your emotional stance. Yeah. I'm just going to be like, well, you're blaming me for something that you have a problem with, so that's your problem. Okay. So after that, yeah, I could be a little smart ass. After that, when I saw injustice, when I saw my loved ones not being treated well, when I saw people formulating assumptions about what they fathom in their mind about somebody because of opinion, I was like, that's not right. That's not cool. That's a lie, actually, because I know the truth, and this is really what happened. So that's when I started to talk. That's when I started to be like, well, this has happened to me. I don't want to feel like this. That's where I go back to the empathy part.
Yes.
I don't want to feel like this. So if I don't want to see my loved one go through it, I need to say something. I need to figure out how I can be the example that I want them to look at with my friend. Like, this is false. And the one thing you'll hear be like, oh, so-and-so told me a lie, so now they're a liar. So now you label them, so now you identify them as such.
Right.
That's not who they are.
That's not. Wow.
So for me, with the yes ma'am, yes sir, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry for being authentic. I'm not sorry for being transparent. I'm not sorry for being trustworthy. Yes. I'm not sorry for being cognitive and clear in my thinking. Yes. And I'm not sorry for being empathetic and standing up for my brother, my sister, or my person. So yeah, I had to make the conscious decision. And it's not being nasty. It's being assertive. Yeah. You have to put on the whole armor of God. Well, that's being assertive to protect you.
Yes. Yes. And it's okay to protect you.
It's totally fine.
Not only is it okay, you should be doing it.
I'm just saying I want to live a long time. So,
right. And happy in it living.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We are made to be free. We are made to have liberty in our mind and our spirit, so love for myself got me out of that bondage. And it's still an everyday thing. with certain things you have to continue to come out of agreements of. But I'm so much more freer than I ever was.
I see that though. Like I've always I've always seen you as a free person, and I mean that's outside looking in. So you've always carried yourself well, but to actually feel that freedom, like when you came in today, it was like, okay, life is like y'all saw me when I walked in. When y'all walked in, I'm like, gotta do this. Y'all got me together. Y'all got me right together, and I'm happy for it. Thank you. So now let's just go down the list real quick. Let's just go back to the formalities if you don't mind.
Okay, here we go. Say no.
Like the list of people that you have worked with, whether on stage with, if it was instructing with vocal instructing, if it was acting, or if it was just mentoring, because you've done a lot. Like I wanted to say like do the name calling thing, but there might be someone that's more specific to your heart that you like, you know what, they touched my heart through that experience. Because it's easy to just name drop.
That's a lot. I have so many special people that I've worked with that are notable, incredible, and incredible. Yeah. Like all my friends, shout out to all my friends, y'all do shit. Like for real, like y'all are like legit superstars. It's so dope. But anywho, just let me say that real quick. No, I've been blessed. So let me see. Idris Elba. That was a very, very unique experience.
You have to talk about that.
A lot of people don't know. So they're like, Idris Elba, what you mean? Was you acting? No, he actually has an album. His artist name is Driss, Driis. I was brought on by a classmate that was, where am I? I was a sophomore, they were a senior. Hanif, they called me in, and CJ Branch and Dre Pinkney, they were already picked for the band. So it was like, we have an audition in New York, you should come through. I'm like, okay, Idris Elba. I'm still like, what? And I got chosen and recorded on his EP called High Class Problems Volume 1. And the song is Extraordinary Love, and he says my name. He says my name on the track. So y'all hear me. But yes, it's just he's so amazing.
Wait, can we just bask in that? Can I just bask in it?
On that chocolate. What is he? 6'5"? Something
is he?
Like that. Yeah. But he married now, so let's move on. So yeah, it was a pleasure working with him. Recently, was able to be blessed to have a vocal lesson with Jasmine Sullivan. Like awesome. To coach her, we came from the same background.
Both Kappa students.
We both went to Meredith too, which is also Performing Arts Elementary School.
Wow.
At Fifth and South, and we fellowshiped together growing up in church. So knowing Jasmine, she was a child. Shout out to St. Andrews right there in Germantown, Wayne Avenue. But that's
it. You should shout, like you're from Philly, and you're shouting out all these places like that's home, that's home, that's home.
Yeah, right. Awesome. Johnny Golden.
Yes.
But yeah, that's where I first met Jasmine and her mom, and it was just a blessing to be able to pour back into her. And then she's just taking over. I'm so excited for her.
I would imagine Jasmine and Jakeya collaboration would just be crazy. Like even if you're not recording in the room together, going back and forth. Oh my gosh, I wish I was a fly on the wall.
That would be so amazing.
I would love to hear that. We're manifesting that. Jakeya and Jasmine collaboration. Yeah, like I'm not just talking about singing in a room. I want y'all on some type of wax or on something digital now.
Yeah,
you know, it's not wax anymore. But I need to be able to replay it over and over with you guys because that would be phenomenal.
Phenoms. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Jasmine, 2-time Grammy winner.
Yes. Congrats, Jazz.
And then the great Patti LaBelle, got a chance to honor her with the I Am Great Media comeback. All right, Izzy Ike, he planned that and was a tribute to Patti, and then got a chance to open up for her at Kevin Parker's opening in Redden Terminal. Yeah. Rest in heaven, Kevin. Yes. And to meet her and to just connect with her, it was so amazing. On the gospel side, Dorinda Clark Cole. Shout out. I did have a video footage, but my mom, you know, when you have a beautiful, supportive mother, she likes to sing the whole song holding the phone. So you just hear her voice. You don't hear anything else. Didn't want to give that to y'all people. But yeah, the Rent the Car Code, that was a great experience. Oh my God. Kim Burrell singing for her in New York City. Singing for her at Fort Memorial too, because when she preached.
Yes.
There. Yeah, I've it's just I've been blessed, and then I can go on and on about the local people. I mean, Lady Alma, Carol Riddick, Ashley Howard, Tyree Miller, Lee Mo, Erica Mack, Paulette Branson and Mixed People, Sunny D and Girl Problems, Shane Frederick, David Underwood. I mean, it just go.
Continue to go.
Yeah.
That means that you're working. You know
so
what the, like I said, you know what the assignment is, and you're doing it. That is awesome. I'm happy with and for you.
And my recent performance at the Kimmel Center.
I was supposed to bring it up.
Oh, okay, my bad.
So you were just at the Kimmel Center.
I need more wine. I'll be quiet.
I was thinking the same thing. My cup is a little empty now.
You fill me up so I can speak on questions.
I'm gonna keep it going for
Thank you so
there
much.
You
You fill me up.
Yeah. So you were at the Kimmel Center very recently.
Yeah, last June 2nd.
Yeah.
Yes, I would say last Thursday. Yes.
Yeah. Tell me about that experience. What was your expectations going into it? What was the reward coming out of it?
First of all, the experience was fun. It was the first of its kind. It was the first. First of all, it was the kickoff to Pride Month for Philly, and it was the first collab production of the Kimmel Center and the Philadelphia Orchestra. Yes, they are partnering now, and it's so freaking awesome. So my expectations going into it was like, oh my God, I gotta wear a gown. Oh my God, what do I have to do? Oh my God, this is gonna be big. It's gonna be too many people here. Oh my God, I'm nervous. It was all these expectations. Like, I gotta put on a good show. Am I gonna sing opera? What am I gonna sing? What type of music? Jazz? What should I do? Okay, no. Do your own music. So going into the situation, it was so like left field. I got a Facebook Messenger message from one of the staff. Hit me up, and then next thing I know, the chief programming director emailed me and was like, "Hey, we want you for a blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "What? The chief programming director of the Kimmel Cultural Center?" Yes, I like the name. Okay, yes. Cool. Through this man that I was supposed to work with, a producer, his name is Victor. I was supposed to work with him some months ago. Last year, we just couldn't get the right date, and he spoke my name to Phil Sumter, and Phil Sumter from the Kimmel Center spoke to Jeremy, and then Jeremy emailed me, and it was just like, okay. My band was on board, everybody was on board. It was just such a fun experience. The biggest takeaway was the joy that I saw on people's faces that I didn't even know. People were, coming in to see the Philadelphia Orchestra big performance. I did the pre-show, the pre-concert. I was the only opening act. It was just like so good. And they were standing in line and like really engaged with me. And it was like, who is this woman? What is her name? And then to have my parents there, my mom and my dad was front row center, just cheering me on. It was great. It was great. It was just so much joy. And then now I have a beautiful partnership with the Kimmel Center, and I'll be back.
Congratulations. That is everything. I wanted to be there. I was in Georgia doing my thing.
Yeah.
But we were both working.
Okay.
We were both working, so it's fine. But I still wish I could have been there because that was everything. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Oh my gosh.
Proud of you.
Thank you.
How was Georgia, first of all?
It was litty.
See?
It was litty.
Living your best life.
Getting there. Getting there. So let me tell you what was going on. I'm in this cabin at the top of a mountain, at the top of Georgia, driving through Confederate flag homes. Yeah.
Confederate flags, okay. So
that made me a little nervous driving up there. Didn't see a signal. So like, oh Lord Jesus, if anything happened, I can't even call out.
Yeah.
But no, literally the vibe with everyone that was there, 15 of us. For those of you who don't know, my other name is Venom, and Venom went to work.
He's magical. He's a socialite. Okay.
Yeah. He puts in his work.
Okay.
He puts in his work. But no, it was a wonderful weekend. Actually, it was what I needed because you were talking about self-care, and I went up there to work, but I was not going to miss the opportunity to be out in nature.
Yes.
Next to a lake, on top of a mountain.
It just sounds beautiful.
It was. Every bit of it. Like I posted a video on my Instagram of me just meditating. Doing a little puffing and meditating, and it was everything. Like everything else was good, but that was the highlight of my trip.
I love that.
Yes. That's why I was like digging in. When you kept talking about self-care, I was digging in because I needed that.
Just like you eat your sea moss, eat that scoop. Come on, tablespoon, self-care. Like it just takes one step a day, intentionally. You know, set the intention. I'm not gonna be by my phone for the next 2 hours. Throw that thing across the room and just be with you. You know, sit and eat outside. You know, make your meals. And go in the shower. My favorite is shower meditation. What?
Yeah, my partner, that's his thing. He likes to say he'll be in the shower for 2 hours. I'm like, are you washing? Or are you just like, but you know what? I've learned to actually appreciate what he does. It's something about the just being one by yourself.
Yes.
And cutting out it, like the water therapy, but also like shutting out the world around you. No phone, nobody in your ear, no worries. It's just me breathing, being. And I'm learning to appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going to say something else, and you turned around on me now. I'm going to take me a little drink, and then we're going to get back into it.
Back into it. What you doing? Everybody enjoying their Pride Month? I hope you are. Do you have any plans? I feel like I'm working every week.
That's where I was going. I'm glad you worked
every week.
No, I wish I was here for Pride here in Philly. I'm going to be in Baltimore later this month, but otherwise, no, I'm not doing too much. I'm trying to be around, and honestly, as a spectator,
I hear you.
To be able to, I remember my first Pride in New York, and I just cried to be in this space with all these people, with all this love. Even when the protesters came and was spewing hate, the love that we had that surrounded us, like basically made them disappear.
Listen.
They were there, but they just were gone in our minds because it was just so much love, and that's what I love about Pride. People like to pervert who we are and what we, our celebration, but it's like it really is love.
It's love.
It is like, and so you've experienced that. You really haven't experienced community love.
Correct.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
Like I love church, I love my family, but I think like when I get around my people.
Yeah.
And the way that we love each other and support each other and protect each other, that love is unmatched. Especially
having a construct as a house. Like houses are so vital. It's like a lot of people just think, oh, they just get dressed, they go to the balls, they dance,
so much more.
Do you understand how much care goes into taking care of people that are not your blood?
I do.
But
I do.
Hello, Father. This is Daddy.
Yeah, you just met my daughter. So
yes.
That is so important.
It's so selfless. You know what I mean? And it's such a thing. That's that empathy thing. Like, I was an outcast. I was abandoned before, too. I don't want that for you. Let's go. Right. We're a family.
And you know what? I feel like it's not everybody's story that they were abandoned or kicked out. But if you have that empathy, it don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Because what you're going through may not be what I'm going through, but I can still be a rock for you. Yeah. I can still be a rock. Even if I don't understand your struggle, you can explain it to me. But I'm here.
An outlet.
Exactly. And I think that sometimes that's my mission.
Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff I don't understand that the kids go through.
No.
I do have my struggles that we relate, our intersections, but there's a lot of things that my mom was there with me from start to finish. She's still here with me, and she supports me and she loves me, and I'm happy for it. So I don't know what it's like for a person to say that my mom put me out because I'm gay.
I got you.
Or because I don't identify with the gender that I was born in. I don't know what that feels like, but I know what love feels like, and then I can give you that. And I think that's how it works.
I love that. See, from Daddy himself.
I love you.
I love you.
Yes. Let's not miss this opportunity though to talk about your music.
Okay.
Because you do covers, but you got your own music and you are a whole vibe.
Since you said something.
If you had to pick one of your songs, You can only pick one that you have to listen to. I'm not going to torture you with it because I know you love your music, but after a while, if you're in the studio, you already know you hear it like 1,000 times before anyone else. What? You're like, look,
this song again, psycho.
And that's why I love vocalists like you, because it's like I know you heard this song a million times, and you get on stage and it's like it's the first time she ever sang it. What's that song for you that's like, you know what, I can deal with this for a whole month straight and I'm good. If
I have to sing it all the time,
yes,
it's a toss up between Limitless and Really Don't.
You gotta claim.
Okay. Limitless. Okay, that's the one. I mean, because Limitless, all my songs are personal, pretty much. I may write some fiction, but for the most part, it's from a personal experience. Limitless was a song that I wrote when I just came through. I came from a spiritual and mental kind of rebirth. I was depressed for a year and a half. Wasn't motivated to sing, didn't care about singing. I said, F singing, I'm not singing no more, it's dumb, blah, blah, blah. And I came through this tunnel, and then I was like, all right, I'm better now, I'm going to sing. And the first song I wrote when I came out of off my sabbatical was Limitless. And it's a conversation that I had with myself, but I also was talking to God, rededicating my gifts, my power, my value, and my worth back to him, back to the power that he's given me. And, like we were talking about coming into agreements, there's a lot of lies that were spoken over me that I believed were true. You're too fat. You need to sing R&B. You'll never make it in the R&B world because you need to sing gospel. Or, you don't have enough money, or you don't have a degree. You're not smart enough. And it was all those things. And I was like, yup, which limited me, who I was. So when I became aware of what living really was, I wrote Limitless, and it's such a powerful song to just encourage everybody. Like, the most blessed reward is to live in who you are, living your true, authentic self, and to really, really embrace that you're light. And you can do whatever you want to do because you're limitless. Really Don't is a celebration of resiliency. Nice. Being knocked down in the industry, being made promises to by people in the industry that have some kind of influence on people in the industry. Money, they had the money, they had the connections, but they lied to me. They said, I'll do this, I'll produce this album, I'll get these people, da, 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 and then it never happened. And then situations just kind of fall off with no resolve, no communication, no conversation. And I basically like, I really don't. I don't care what you did, who you say you are, where you've been, where you're from. I'm going to take my own destiny back into my own hands and push forward and manifest this thing. So yeah.
My eyes have been watering. It's not just because of the fan. I always look forward to moments where I'm talking to someone like yourself, who you're a musician, you're a vocalist, and phenomenal. But when I get to dig deeper than just what people see on regular, I'm gonna say that shit ministers to me.
I'm glad
that really ministers to me, and like I feel like this entire first season of the Cocktail Hour has been my therapy. Everybody's been giving me something to hold on to. All right, so I had one guy on who was a butt doctor. That's a little different. Okay. But he taught me some things, so it's okay.
Dr. Kevorkian, the man. But no, we connect to what we feel. Yeah. Yeah. And that's the music. Consumers buy what they feel, not necessarily what's the best skill. So if you feel me, if you feel my energy, if you feel that I'm coming from a pure place, you're eventually going to fall in place with it. Yeah. You will buy my record. So therefore, it's on all streaming networks.
All right. So Chris just said, make sure you guys go. Chris Weaver said, make sure you guys go get Disco Ball.
Disco Ball. Thank you, Chris. PR, he be working.
Don't he be working? Always. All right. Let me just put this up there because she said it. Because he put it up there. who was also a guest on the show.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, we talked about
Such
that.
a cool segment.
Yes.
I love it.
So no, we have a little bit more time. I don't know how far I can push you.
Where you want to go? It depends.
I want you to say a little prayer.
Say a little prayer for you. I don't know the whole song.
Okay. Is it possible to push you to something?
Say a little prayer for you. Baby, whenever I'm apart and I will love you together.
You got the melody. We got the melody.
Oh, baby, hungry for me. Body. Cause you know they was want me to sing, you know. I don't know all the words.
Listen, you had the melody, and that made me happy. And you said the prayer. You gave me the prayer I asked for.
Yes. We love that. See,
Yes.
I aim to please. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you.
That's what I'm here for.
All right. So, for people who
Any
want to
questions?
follow, oh, you do good. You got.
No, I was looking at people typing.
Oh.
I didn't know if they had a question.
Oh, wait, no, somebody's talking about Idris.
Yes, Idris.
Ronnie Jones.
Jesus.
He says he's big, fine, and hella talented.
I mean, for real. You know, I brought my best friend down there to meet him because we had a big party afterwards, and he's also a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
So he was DJing at this club in New York, and then we had it all roped off, and I felt real big time, and I was on my 20s like, ooh, that's what this is. This is what a $22 cocktail tastes like. I had something called the Attorney. That shit is woo. It was a strong drink.
What was it? Was it like a dark liquor?
No, it was almost like a martini, but it had 3 types of alcohol. Like it was like tequila, vodka, and I want to say like Grandma Ye, or either like a citrus liqueur.
Because I noticed the cocktail hour, we like that type of stuff.
Okay.
We like that type of stuff.
I can't remember what was all in it.
You said it was
like
called a what?
Years ago.
It was called a what?
The Attorney.
The Attorney.
I had an assertive drink.
Because I'm actually.
I forgot the name of the bar, the club in New York. It was.
I'm going to look it up. I'm going out tonight. I'm going to tell my bartender, listen, give me that drink, the Attorney. The Attorney. I'm looking for
like
that.
Whatever you think of that goes in it. Yeah.
I got a question.
Yes.
Who is your which musician or artist influences you?
Janelle Monáe.
Yes.
I had to say it. You saw my face. I mean, so many influence me. It's not.
Yeah.
That's not an easy question.
I can imagine.
Can I say
So
something
give
to
me
y'all?
a couple of people in it.
Let me just say this real quick for all my artists, people out here, okay, or vocalists, or people that really love to sing and learn a lot of music. Don't ask us what's our favorite song. That's kind of hard.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Some people do have one. I don't have one. And don't ask me what artists influence you, because so many. You know, you influence me.
Thank you.
So at the end of the day, I'm like,
I mean, I don't sing, but thank you. I think that's the point that a lot of people don't get. Like, influences doesn't necessarily have to be a singer or an actor. No, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm influenced by so much.
So, I mean, how do I do it? So, you know Danny.
Which one?
Singing Danny.
Church. Danny the Soul.
Yeah, yes.
Come on, Danny!
When we were growing, we went to high school together.
Tennessee Whiskey.
Yeah.
That's
Yes. But like, so something that he and I would do when we were growing up is like, we love the Clark Sisters. So I'm like, sing a random song. So now give me some Twinkie. All right, now give me some Dorinda. Give me some Karen. All right, now put a little Jackie in it.
Yes. Mix it up.
Because like, I think with Danny, he pulls from different Vanessa Bell Armstrong, Daryl Coley, like all of these different gospel artists, and it makes up like the thing you hear him squalling and like he does the Twinkie thing. Do you feel that there are artists that you pull from when you perform?
Oh my God, all the time.
I'm trying to get you to name some people. I know it's hard. That's what I'm trying to do.
My musical influences. I definitely pull from Whitney Houston. I pull from Shantae Cann with that soft, beautiful, just angelic quality. I pull from Kim Burrell, Janelle Monáe, Prince, even Alanis Morissette. She's such a big influence on me too. Evanescence. I pull from Dorinda.
That is so broad.
Little Dragon.
Like,
going on.
like these names are not in one specific genre.
Monica, Brandy, Jewel. I pulled so much from that. Oh, Steven Tyler. What? Steven
Really?
Tyler.
Really?
Dreamer! Yes! What? Yeah. I was fortunate to grow up in a household where we just played a lot of different music. My dad's a bass player. My mom listened to Bruce Hornsby, Phil Collins, Nita Baker, Sade.
Yes.
And you got the Commodores and
music, just music.
Earth, Wind & Fire.
Just music. Because like you're not even confined, even though you're like doing indie soul and stuff. Like you're not confined to a genre. Like, when you open your mouth and sing.
The only genre that seemed to fly, because you have to pick a genre to be identified, was alternative soul for me. Alternative, another option, and soul from the heart. Yeah. So it's just like it's another way to hear music from your heart. Yeah. And that's the only thing I could do. I mean, quite frankly, I would choose to just go world music or
that would make sense, right?
Universe. That would be a genre.
Yeah, that would make sense.
It is. Just is.
Right.
The genre is.
You have a message that says, "Hey Jay, I love you from Austin."
Austin! I love you so much.
So before we get, because we're getting closer to ending.
No. All right, fine.
Where can we find, not just like your social media, but like you have anything coming up that we can go and support, like any shows? What we need to support your music, obviously.
Absolutely.
But like, where can I see you in concert?
You can see me in concert all this week. I think the air's getting to my eye, or either this flash glue. But I'm really like, watch it. What's in her face? So Thursday night, I'll be at the Soul Fed Festival. I just posted it. It's on my page. It's from 3 p.m. until 9. I'm going on around 7. Yes. So Soul Fed, please check my page out for that info. It's $15. Thursday night, I am at... I said Thursday already. Yeah. Friday, I'm at Lita in the Swan. Right there between 13th and 12th and Chestnut. Okay. 8 to 10 p.m. Free to come in. Just reserve your seats. It's always a good time. Me and the guitarist is very intimate, really cool.
So if you give this information, I'll make sure I put it up on the site. So everybody, if you're watching the Cocktail Hour, just go to KevynM.com. There's already a spot on the website for you.
Yes. I love it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. No problem. So I'll just plug in all of that stuff so that way people can know where to find you the rest of the week.
I love this cross promotion. You hear this?
Of course.
And
you influenced me. I mean, you doing this entire hour. So
as always, you can listen to me whenever you want to. The EP is called Disco Ball, as Chris mentioned. Just type in Jakeya on all social streaming networks. That is Tidal, Apple Music, wherever, over 124. Wherever you can stream music, you'll see Jakeya Disco Ball.
Also, all of Jakeya's social media handles are on the screen right now. So if you are discovering her for the first time, which I don't know how, but if you are, you can follow her. Please go follow her and support. It's not enough to just like say, oh, I know who she is. No, please go support, because there are people who do it and their heart's not in it. They want the dollar. Listen, her heart is in what she does. I mean, she wants to make her money too, so make sure you guys are really supporting. Yeah. But like this, you're getting a full package with this. I don't think I've ever walked into a venue with Jakeya on the mic and you didn't get love and joy. Ever.
Ashe.
Thank
you so much.
Seriously, love and joy all the time.
Thank you. I love you, Ken.
I love you too, Jay.
I just like to have fun, y'all. When I'm on the stage, it's all fun, all love, and I really just give you my best, give you my all, because y'all deserve it,
This is my takeaway, and this is why I hope you guys take away, because I've said this a million times. Make sure that you guys are filled up, and with your leftovers, give it to others. But just make sure you're full first.
You better get that. Okay. Only give the leftovers, because they're still good.
They are still good.
What? How about them leftovers after Thanksgiving, honey? You are tearing them up. Don't you play.
I'm telling you something. Tonight, I'm supposed to be going out after this. I'm going to Downtown Tavern. I'm going to grab me a drink. More of a drink.
Tavern.
Yeah. Are they going karaoke tonight?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'll let you know. I'll let you know what they do.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm going out there tonight to give me a nice little drink. but I'm going full, completely full.
Yes.
I'm full.
I love it.
Shout outs over here. I don't know if you want to mention your name or not. Thank you so much. Shout out to Devontae on the back end of just making us look good. And also definitely want to shout out to Chris. Get her to talk about her recent acting. How much time? We got 5 minutes.
Here he go.
We got 5 minutes.
It's the PR code.
Yes.
Shout out to Christopher Weaver, y'all.
Yes.
Okay. PR guru up in here on Instagram. Yes.
You gotta talk to me.
Recent acting. Oh my God, where do I start? So I was privileged to be a part of a series based on 7 couples, LGBTQIA series that is called Life Changes. It was filmed in Charlotte, North Carolina by Crystal and Tracy Tucker. Crystal, one of the writers, just recently passed away, so I want to send our condolences to the Tucker family. May she rest in peace, and keep Tracy lifted up, her wife. Definitely. But yeah, 7 episode series. I was casted as one of the villains named Tina Motley.
I like it.
And yeah, you got to see another cunning side.
I like that.
To bubbly Jakeya.
Yes.
But I always get casted for the villains. I don't know why. I think my dominance. I don't know. But I was.
Your range as an actress.
Thank you.
That's what that is.
Thank you. And people say most of the sweetest people always get casted as the villains. I said, well, okay.
I mean,
I guess
it's an opportunity to let go.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because when you're a nice person, and I have no problem with being a nice person. I enjoy being a good-hearted person. But give me an opportunity to show my little dark side.
Listen, what is it about duality?
Exactly. I'm a Gemini, right?
And it's
So I'm all about the duality. Just celebrated my birthday too. Last Monday.
Happy birthday! What did I say? Happy birthday?
I don't know. Maybe you did, but thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
this is real.
dear Kevin. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, boo, for real.
Thank you.
Please.
Now I gotta change my underwear.
Yeah, you know what? Now we Janet Jackson. You make me so more.
Listen, everybody, I'm so grateful for you guys for joining us once again. Give it up for Jakeya Limitless.
Thank y'all so much.
You have made my night. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You had to. Lessons in light. Seriously.
All the way around. All the way around.
I pray that this production goes far as you dreamed it.
Thank you.
Keep manifesting all of the things. You deserve it all.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Cheers to you.
I'm about to cry, and it's not the fan this time. This has been beautiful. Everyone, make sure you guys stay tuned. We have a lot more great cocktail hour coming to you later on next week, actually. And make sure you guys are following Jakeya and supporting. I really am so full right now. I'm going to cry when the camera goes off.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Love
God bless you all, y'all limitless. Love you too.
All right, I'm ended. I'm
Okay.
ended. I really want.